Today I am excited to be sharing with you. Let's see. Oh, here we are. That's looking better. Hello, fellow wargamers and history buffs. Today I'm excited to be sharing with you an unboxing of the long awaited and much anticipated Glory and Empire First Victories, Wellington versus the French. Um, this was from Lock and Load Publishing, and I just received a copy in the post. I understand that it is one of the early releases of the published set, which is set to be going out to folks here in North America sometime in the near future. I will be talking with Devin and finding out a little bit more as far as what the shipping schedule is, but at least for the moment, I can show you what's in the box and you can take a look and see from there. So here we go. Let's take a look. All right. So let's get the camera kind of set here. All right. So here we've got the box, and it is a heavy box. It's got a nice sort of linen finish to it. And we get the lid off of it here. And we can see inside what they've got. Looks like some, I don't know what this is, maybe some sort of advertisement for other games. Something like that. Here are the overlays for the artillery shot paths and howitzer scatter paths, apparently. So those are over there. We'll set them there so they can look all exciting. Then we've got our rules, and the rules are in a spiral bound booklet here. It looks like they've got the basic game, and from what I understand, having looked at this more than a year ago now, they have 3 levels of sophistication. So they've got the soldiers game, which is the basic game, the battalion game, and then the brigade game, which is more advanced. And so with this, we've got the rules here. It's full color, sort of glossy, or actually not so much glossy, kind of a matte finish to the pages. And all together with all the rules, and it looks like the notes, 126 pages. So that's that. Now we have what looks like the books for Vimiro and Rolissa. These are the 2 battles that are covered in this particular boxed set. So we've got lots of historic details here. It looks like some order of battle stuff. Different things about maybe scenarios, setting up. So very detailed. Yeah. I remember when I saw the sort of pre-production copy, this wasn't quite as extensive. So this is very nice. Looks like they've added a lot more to it. And yeah. Oh, and then we got charts back here. Yeah. Okay. Turn tracks, all kinds of stuff. Okay. Yeah. This is another big hefty book as well. I don't know how many pages this is coming in at, but probably close, oh, actually over 150 some odd pages. Yeah, so big size. All right. And here we've got maps. This looks like the map for Rolissa. And yeah, so this is on a heavy type of cardstock. It's got sort of that 3-dimensional look, if any of you are familiar with Lavatai, with sort of the little trees, the sort of Tolkien-esque way of looking at things with the bridges and the houses and whatnot. Looks like we've got our contour lines for keeping track of our elevations. So that's the map for Rolissa. And let's take a look and see what else we've got here. Next one out of the box is the map for Vimiro. And so this is a much larger map. This looks like it's about twice the size of the other one and more of a horizontal presentation. So kind of take a look here. There is Vimiro there. And I'll kind of move it over so you can get a sense of what the map looks like. The paper that they have this one printed on is much better than the one that they'd had the sort of pre-production copy on. I was not terribly fond of that paper. It had a, I don't know, kind of a weird slick feeling to it. Almost like a grease paper kind of a thing, wax paper. So this one's very nice. The hexes are numbered, and you've got your different elevations sort of indicated with sort of a color code and a contour lines as well. All right, so there's that. Whoops. All right, next thing out of the box is, it looks like player aid. So here we've got, looks like our movement rates and fire combat, artillery, and then terrain effects chart. And then the next player aid, this looks like it's more for keeping track of maybe movement, or now here's skirmishers, so what their front and ranges are perhaps. And then explanation of all the various numbers and information on the units. And then your artillery arcs. All right. And then it looks like your cavalry charge arc area or movement area. Okay, so that's another player aid. All right, and here comes another player aid. And this one looks like it's for the brigade level game, where you've got some particularity with how the units form up or move from line to column, column line, and looks like they do their wheeling in one direction or the other. So it looks like this is then for the more advanced stuff, maybe how stuff is deployed or how you move it. Okay, cool. All right. Next thing here, this is Vimiro and Rolissa. So this must be then our order of battle charts. So you can plunk your pieces down here and presumably get everything set for what you want to do. So that's the British side with Sir Arthur Wellesley there. And then here we've got Vimiro for the French. You've got Marshal Junot, I think. Yeah, and you've got the different French setup for the order of battle, brigades, etc. Okay, and then here we have informational counters. So we have the blue ones here, presumably for the French units. And then we have the sort of pinkish ones here, I'm presuming, for the British. So, okay. And these hexes, these counters appear to be half-inch counters. And let's see here. And then here we have the unit counters and maybe some additional informational counters. And these counters look like they're maybe 5/8 of an inch. They're definitely larger than a 1/2 inch. So maybe 3/4 of an inch. They're a bit bigger. So 5/8 or 6/8, something like that. Here are some more counters. These look like the French ones. More informational counters. All right. And then here we've got fire chart and terrain effects chart. Okay. And over here, turn record chart. On one side is for Vimero. On the other side, it's for Rolissa. And it looks like they've got maybe some random events that happen with either battle. It's kind of cool. All right. We've got artillery. I presume this is for us keeping track of ammunition. So, yeah, we've got the British ammunition charts and the French ammunition charts. So you can keep track of how much canister you fired, how much round shot, how much shell. Interesting. I've never seen anything quite that detailed. Most of the time it's just you take a shot, you mark it off. All right, and here's another info chart here. This looks like it is a sequence of play chart, so this is another player aid. So you've got the different elements that are for sequence of play. Okay, cool. All right, and then here we get into, we've got a little counter or a little tray in the bottom. We've got a set of dice here, basically 10-sided dice. So one you must be rolling on the 10s, and then the other is the smaller number. So that way you've got a result of, I presume, 0 all the way up to 99. All right, here we've got some information cards. These look like the, maybe some details about the different units. I remember seeing these when I did the little unboxing of it the first time. They've got that for the French. They've got this for the British as well. And then it's got a little history of where the unit was. All right, we've got some sort of action cards. This is for the solo assist. So yeah, that was something that looked very intriguing. I didn't have a chance to mess around with it when I saw the pre-release copy, but it's got then a set of cards that can help you, if you're playing solitaire, to play the either side. So you've got your command cards, and then you're going to be using those. So both of these sets of cards then are for the solo game. And then you're going to be using, I guess, the bot for your opponent, and then depending on what you roll, they're going to do one of these particular actions. So, all right, and then there's a little tray here that holds that all in place. We'll flip the box over. We didn't look at the back side of the box. Let's see, what does it say? It's a battalion level game, 20-minute turns. Each hex is about 125 meters, 12 and over. Complexity, the simplest game is a 3. Then the next mid-level game is a 5, and then the higher level is a 7. And solitaire suitability is 9. So I think with those solo assist modes, that's what's helping. Yeah, okay, well, that is about it. So I thought I would show you guys that. It just came in the post, and we'll tip the thing back here. So I will kind of start punching stuff out and setting it up. There was a couple of things. There was another little I don't know what. This came as well. I forgot. It was in the box. This is a sort of bonus that came with the Kickstarter for the assault on the Western Ridge, and it looks like it's got a map in it as well. So that's what I've got there. So as more stuff comes along, and I'll try to maybe mess around and play with it. As I said, I read the rules and everything else over a year and more ago, so I have to kind of brush up on that. I know that a lot of us were waiting on this one for a long time. There was a lot of folks that were disappointed with how long it was taking and disappointed with sort of lack of communication from the folks at Lock and Load. I've worked with a number of other game publishers helping playtest stuff for Clash of Arms and for Marshall Enterprise. And I know that production stuff happens, things happen, and so things don't always go off as well as anybody would like. I think the folks in Lock and Load have learned their lesson to make sure they communicate with people. That's the best way of trying to manage people's expectations. So I'm glad that I have this. This is the production copy. This is what is going to be shipping out to everybody here shortly. And so I don't know when it's going out to everybody else, but I got an early version, mostly so I could help share it out on the internet and let people know it's on its way. It's a real thing. So I'll have more to post in the future. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and post it below. I do not work for Lock and Load, so I don't know anything about anything other than what I'm able to hear from some of the folks that are designers or the proprietors there. So I don't know when this is shipping out to the rest of the universe. I would say follow things on Facebook and on the GameFound page for this, and they will have then the updates for when stuff is going to start to ship. Until our next episode, everyone be well, stay cool, and be well.